Hi, I'm M.V. Moran, and I'm a local artist here in Eugene, and I am your teaching artist today. And with me is Monet Moran.
Hi, I'm Monet. We are going to teach you how to make your own sketchbook. One of my favorite things to do is to draw and write in my sketchbook. So let's get started.
Now, we're going to teach the kids how to make 3 different kinds of sketchbooks, correct?
Yeah.
And then the next lessons, we're going to talk about how to draw fun things in our sketchbook. This is going to be super fun. I'm so excited. Now, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to get ready to be artists. And when I go into my studio, the first thing I do is I get ready to focus on art. So I sit down. You can sit down too at your desk or the floor. Sit down. You can put your hands on the table or just out in front of you on your lap. I'm going to put my hands on the table. I close my eyes so I get my body really calm. I close my eyes and I take a few deep breaths into the nose, out through the mouth. Now, just to let you know, some folks don't like breathing in and out of their nose. You can just inhale a little bit. Be very gentle with your body. You can sway a little bit if you like. Make sure your body is safe. Open your eyes. Put out your hands. Wiggle your fingers. Do your wrist rolls. Get your hands ready. Then I do some shoulder rolls. I take my shoulders up and back. And back. You call these shoulder shrugs, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay. Now, oh, you know what I like to do too? I like to do a little twist. A little jiggle, a little twist. Okay. My body knows now that it's ready to be in the studio and to create art. So we're making 3 different kinds of sketchbooks. We're going to make a copy paper sketchbook. We're going to make a twine sketchbook, and I'll show these close up, don't worry. And we're also going to make
a travel-sized sketchbook.
I'm so excited. Okay, that's what we're going to do today. So this is going to be really fun. You can make your own sketchbook. All you need for a sketchbook is copy paper, stapler with staples, and a pencil. And you can have a sketchbook. It's that easy. Now, some folks are going to say, hey, Mrs. Moran, I don't have any copy paper. No big deal. Grab a line paper. I just prefer blank paper. The lines kind of distract me. So grab whatever paper you have and grab a stapler. If you say, Mrs. Moran, I don't have a stapler, I'm going to show you how to make a twine one. So just wait. So Monet, would you mind handing me a stapler?
Yes.
A ruler.
A ruler.
And 10 pieces of copy paper.
Okay. Will you help me count them?
I will.
Okay, I'll hand them to you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no.
I caught it.
8, 9, number 10. So I have 10 pieces of copy paper. Now they're all kind of messy. Oh, no. This is not going to do. I'll stack them up. So my copy paper, all the pages are lined up. So my copy paper right here is the longest edge. And this is where I'm going to put my staples. So let me get my ruler. My copy paper is 11 inches. I still use inches. If you use centimeters, go ahead. It's totally fine. It is 28 centimeters, I believe. Yeah, so 28. So what I'm going to do is take it back 2 inches, and I'm going to mark where I want my staples. I do not like my staples too close to the edge, and I do not like them too close to the top or the bottom because I want my sketchbook to open like a book, because it is a book, a sketchbook. Okay, so here I got my ruler. I'm going to mark 2 inches, 6 inches, 9 inches. This is a good starting point. After you make your first sketchbook and you make another one, you can decide where you want to exactly put your staples. You can figure things out what you like. This is just what I like. I'm gonna make this line a little bit longer so I know I want my staples. And I'm not gonna put them too close. So I'm gonna think a little bit about, I think I want my staples about right here. About a 1/4 of an inch or a 1/2 inch away from the edge. If you get it too close to the edge, it'll just tear. So then I take my staples, my stapler, and you might have to have a friend help you. Like they hold the paper and you staple, and it's okay. You can do it on your own, but I'm just, if you're with a buddy, it's more fun. Okay, so I have made my first sketchbook. Look how easy that was. So easy. Copy paper, stapler,
And a ruler.
And a ruler. And you don't even have to use a ruler. You could just guess. I mean, I'm not good at guessing, but some people are. Now, for every sketchbook, you do need to fold every page. So turn it over, fold every page before you start drawing. It makes it easier for when you get to work. I'm not going to do that right now. I'll do that later. But I am going to put my name in here because I don't want to accidentally pick up someone else's sketchbook. So I'm going to write my name, Mrs. Moran, M-R-S. You don't need to write Mrs. Moran. You need to write your own name. Oh, that's a good one. Because this isn't about copying me. I've had students write Mrs. Moran in their sketchbook before when I said, okay, I'm going to write my name. And then they wrote my name. So this is for you. All right, Monet. Boy, yes. I thought that was funny. Mm-hmm. Monet, it's your turn, right?
It is my turn.
Okay, let's trade places.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Okay. We are going to be making a travel sketchbook.
Right. And I'm your helper right now.
Yes. So instead of 10 pages, we're only going to need 5. Will you help me count out 5 of them?
Ooh, 5 pages?
Or will you hand them to me and I'll count them?
Yes, yes. Okay. Oh, wow. 5 pages. Okay. Here you go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So just like with our first sketchbook, we're going to make sure everything is nice and tidy and lined up. And now I'm going to fold it. I'm going to fold it long ways like this. And let me make sure those are nice and, all right.
Oh, so long to long,
Yes.
long side to long. Okay, okay.
That's right.
Okay. I just want to make sure I understand it. So it's 5 pages folded long to long. Okay, got it.
And then I'm going to bring that long side to the other long side. And I'm going to find a good place to make my crease. Okay.
Oh, okay. Ooh, that's a
Now that
good
crease
point.
was pretty good, but I just found a glue stick, something hard and plastic. So I'm going to really set that crease in there. Great. And here's something else different about the first one. We're going to staple right where we made that crease.
Oh, well, you don't want to staple the other side because then you couldn't open it.
No. That'd be quite a mysterious sketchbook though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Will you hand me a pencil?
I will.
Thank you.
And if you've noticed, Monet and I do not have erasers on our pencils.
It's true.
I am not a firm believer in erasers because I see kids erasing more than drawing. So when I teach drawing, I never have an eraser.
That's right. Yep. You've passed that on to me.
I have.
All right, I'm going to put my staples at, well, this is 8.5 inches long.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to put them at 2, 4, and 6.
2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches from the top.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, great. Thank you.
All right. So
now, if your this is a good stapler. If your stapler doesn't like 5 pages, take out a page and try it again. If it doesn't like the 10 pages, take out a couple of pages. It doesn't have to be 10 pages and doesn't have to be 5 pages. We just make the sketchbooks that we've made sketchbooks for so many years that we figure out what we like. Oh, and you fold all your pages too?
yep, just like that one, we're going to fold all the pages. I'll make my crease. And
Oh.
I won't forget to write my name.
You can write your name in there?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Do you put the date in there?
I will. Monet. And let's see. Today is the 2nd month of the year.
Yes. 2. So February 1st.
And it's the first day of that month.
Mm-hmm.
And the year is 2021.
2021. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Monet, this is fantastic. Do you want to tell the kids what you use your travel size one for?
Oh yeah, of course. I like to make these smaller travel size sketchbooks so that way I can take them anywhere that I'm going, a coffee shop. If I have to wait for an appointment, if I'm on the bus, if I'm waiting for the bus. Basically, if I know I'm going to have time to sit or not do anything, might as well get my sketchbook out.
You have a really healthy sketchbook practice.
Thank you.
You really do. It's amazing. And did you use your sketchbook when you were in high school, like when you're waiting for the bus or riding the bus? Is that what you said? Okay, cool. That's awesome. Wow. Okay. So we've made a copy paper sketchbook and we've made a travel sketchbook. So now we're going to make a sturdy or complex sketchbook I call twine sketchbook. So Monet and I are going to change places. Give us 1 second. It's like musical chairs, Monet,
Mm-hmm.
but without the music.
Oh.
I would prefer the music. Okay, I do have music on when I'm in the studio. Okay, so I showed you some of my more complex sketchbooks. So here's one that I glued comics to, I stapled, and I used blue tape or masking tape. So that's complex. I'm not going to show you how to do this one. I might in another lesson if we have time. We don't have time today, but we do have time to make a twine sketchbook. So this one has hole punch and twine. Twine is just basically yarn. So, you know, it's all good. So what I need you to do is grab 10 pieces of copy paper. I need you to grab twine or yarn and a hole punch. Monet, do you want to show the kids what a hole punch is? Okay.
We brought this one.
And it's terrible.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. I don't know why I still have it. I just don't know how to recycle it. If anyone knows how to recycle it, tell me. So we're going to use my 3-hole punch from my office. I have a studio and an office, and I borrowed this from the office. So I have my hole punch. Monet, do you want to hand me 10 pieces of paper? We don't need to count because we've already did our counting today.
I might need help counting. Stick together.
That's perfect. Thanks, Mom. Thank you. And would you hand me also my fancy paper? Because I'm going to show them how to make fancy paper. It's right there.
Lovely fancy paper.
Yeah. Okay. So someone named Moran gave me a really beautiful gift wrapped in really fancy paper. And I was like, oh, I'm going to save this fancy paper for a sketchbook cover. So if you have fancy paper, this is what you can do, or even comics, whatever you want. So what you do is you take your fancy paper, lay it flat, take a piece of copy paper, and you glue it down. Hey, Mo, would you mind handing me a glue stick?
Oh, yes.
You can use a glue stick, or a lot of people are really into Mod Podge. I like Mod Podge, but it's kind of messy for me in this tiny little space. So I was like, oh no, I'm not doing Mod Podge. I'm doing glue sticks. And it's a lovely purple. I'm thrilled with this purple. Oh my gosh. So see how I have my glue pretty close to the edge, not too close to the edge because I don't want a big mess. So then I flip it over and I glue it. Glue, glue, glue. Now I have to wait for this to dry before I can cut it out. So I already have one that I made up today. So as you can see, it's the fancy paper. And I just need a pair of scissors.
Oh, I have some here.
Oh, awesome. And Monet, would you mind cutting me 3 pieces of twine and then we'll measure it? Thank you. So then, oh, sorry guys. So then I just cut this out. I'm not super worried if there's a little bit of paper showing. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm human. I do my best. I do my very best. I try to do it my very best in everything I do. Sometimes my best is different than Monet's best or your best. So then I have this cover and you're like, Mrs. Moran, look at this rip. No big deal. I'm going to draw on this little area. It just tells me draw here. That's all this says to me. So I am going to make sure my pages line up perfectly. When this page dries, I'll add it to the back, but not right now because I want to show you all how to hole punch and use twine. So you can just do 3 hole punches. Now you can just go 2-inch, 6-inch, 9-inch. That will be fine. Or just use a 3-hole punch if you have one. A lot of people have these in the office. I might need your strength, Monet. I used my strength. It's okay. Maybe. Oh, it is okay. Would you hand me 3 pieces of twine?
Yes.
Great. Now, just to let you know, I like my twine about 8 inches. Let's see what Monet gave me.
I guessed. Let's see how I
Oh, man, Mo.
I give you a little extra.
12 inches. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. That's what I always think. I always think people get so excited when things don't go 100% right. And I go, let's try it, see what happens. So I just put it through here. And I just wrap it around 3 times. Well, here's once. Whoops. It takes a little skill here. You got to have some skills. I bet you all can really do this really fast. I'm not very fast, and that's okay. It's not a race. I always felt like I always took too long to do things in school. And then I grew up and I realized it's not a race. And then I tie about 3 knots on here. And you know what? I love this extra string, this extra twine. I think it looks awesome. I'm just going to trim it off just a tiny bit. But I think this is kind of magical. For some reason, this is just making my day. That's gorgeous. I love it. So I will do all 3 like that. I'm not going to do that right now because we are at 20 minutes. I can't even believe it. And we have like 30 minutes total and we still have another little thing to do. Okay. So twine, open it and fold the pages. Put your name right here, unless you're going to put your name on here all over it. So I'm going to take this back to the studio. I'm going to add the second page, the back. That's why you want to do all 3 twines. And then I'm going to decorate it and I will bring it to the next lesson. But Monet, why don't we show the kids how we do a warm up before we get started in our sketchbooks. So Monet, grab your sketchbook. I'm going to grab mine. Mrs. Moran, M.V. Moran, all fancy. I'm grabbing my copy paper sketchbook. Monet's grabbing her travel sketchbook. And I'm going to go here. Oh, you can use pencil, which we call graphite. You can use colored pencil. You can use markers. Now, if you use markers, like I used markers, I call it pen and ink. I use markers on this, but I put an extra page in between because I don't like the ink to go to the next page. I've never liked that, even as a little kid. So I always carry an extra piece of paper in my sketchbook. So if I use pen and ink, it won't go through. But I'm gonna use crayon because I have a 24 pack of beautiful colors. Okay, I will share my space with you, Monet, because
Thank you.
we like to share space. All right, may I have a, oh, I guess I can choose my own. I'm gonna choose, oh, well, not brown. I like brown, but not right now. I'm gonna choose orange. Oh, it's the gorgeous warm orange. This is called red orange, Monet.
Oh,
But orange is a secondary color, right?
I think I'm going to choose a primary
Oh,
color.
you're gonna choose primary?
See if I can find, oh, that one's orange too. What's this?
Oh, red.
Violet red?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Red. Yeah. Okay. So when I open up my sketchbook, before I decide I'm going to draw anything, I do warm-ups. This is just a warm-up. And I typically draw shapes. So let's think some shapes. Circles.
Oh.
That's a good shape. I love me some circles. I think
Square?
square. Square. And look, Mrs. Moran is not using a ruler to make her square. And neither is Monet, because you know what? We're not doing anything really sciencey. We are just sketching, and it's awesome. Not just, we are sketching. Awesome. Rectangle.
Rectangle.
So small, shorter on one side, longer, shorter. Okay, so short, short, long, long. Rectangle. Triangle. And you know what? All of these shapes are basically every shape I use to draw. So if I were going to draw an apple, I would use a circle. If I were going to draw an ice cream cone, triangle this way. Triangle. So all these shapes, book, window, all these shapes help my brain remember that I have all the shapes I need to draw something. So I just remember that. Now what I like to do is to label my shapes. Monet, what do you like to do?
I like to write in my sketchbook.
Do you write poetry in your sketchbook?
Sometimes.
You're very talented. You're a
you.
very talented poet. I'm so fortunate to know you. May I have a different color?
Oh, yes. What
Great.
were you thinking?
I'm thinking I want purple.
Oh,
I love purple. I love all colors. I'm silly. I don't have like a favorite.
it's hard to just pick one.
I know. When I was younger, blue was my favorite. And if anyone didn't love blue the way I love blue, there was drama. All right, so I have purple here, and now I'm going to label these.
Okay.
Okay, so I have circle, circle. Sounds like it starts with an S, but guess what? It starts with a C, circle. I used to be a title teacher, a title assistant, Title I assistant teacher. So we had to sound out our words. So circle starts with a C, sounds like an S. Tell me another word that sounds like an S, but starts with a C.
Circus.
Circus, that's a good one. Okay, we have square.
That one does start with an S.
It does start with an S. Rectangle starts with an R. If you can't spell these words, no big deal. Just do your best. Just sound them out. Practice your sounding out. Now I have two triangles, so it needs to end with an S because it's plural. There's two. Two or more ends with an S on a word. Triangles. Awesome. Oh my goodness. It is 9:25.
Wow.
This was the fastest 25 minutes of my life. Thank you so much for being here with me and Monet. I will be teaching lesson 2, and Monet will not be here. Lesson 3, Monet will be here.
Yes.
I'm super excited about that one. And lesson 4, you won't be here, but I'm still super excited about it. It's gonna be super fun. Okay, so we've made 3 sketchbooks. We've talked about how to measure. We have also talked about color a little bit. We've talked about sounds a little bit. We've done a lot in our sketchbook. Man, it's like science and math and art all today. It's been awesome. So I will see you again. Take your time, finish up your sketchbooks. Monet, should they be drawing in their sketchbooks?
I would think so.
Do they need to wait for me?
No, I don't think so. I think they can just start drawing whatever they'd like in their sketchbook.
So totally just start drawing. Draw whatever you want with markers or crayons or pencil. I call them graphite. Whatever you want. You just draw, keep drawing. And then I will see you next time. Make sure and bring back your sketchbook. And if you're like, Mrs. Moran, I filled it up in 2 days. No big deal. Just make another one. Okay? All right. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.